Welcome to the Creative Playing Podcast Network. Join us as we review our favorite RPGs, collectible card games, MMOs, video games, PC games, and bring up interesting topics and things that we'd like to share with everyone. Sit back and enjoy the show.
Hi, this is Kelly, aka Trixie from Ragnarok and Roll, a Scion to Ragnarok story, and Tilda Wimblewick from D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. First off, I would just like to say thank you to everyone for listening to our varied adventures, as well as for rating us on iTunes and RPGpodcast.com. If you haven't rated us yet, we would greatly appreciate it if you could. And if you're looking for more ways to support our efforts, we are now on Patreon, a great site where you can help us continue making more podcasts, as well as some special surprises for our patrons. If you can, please look us up at www.patreon.com/cppn. Every little bit helps. And again, thank you for listening.
Welcome back to the Creative Playing Podcast Network, RPGADay Challenge 2016. We are August 29th. The month is almost over. So, for the 29th, we've got You Can Game Anywhere on Earth. Where would you choose?
Oh, okay. Well, if it was me, I have to break this up into two separate answers. One, location. If it was the ideal location, a castle in Scotland. Just for the atmosphere and everything would just be so awesome. Now, if I were to pick for opportunity, PAX.
Oh, to go
play PAX and play with Will Wheaton in them with
Acquisitions Incorporated. Yeah,
that would be cool. So that I would go with those two answers, just because you can't. The question's vague enough; it doesn't really imply. But for location, could you just imagine playing in a castle in Scotland?
Week-long game session in a castle.
That would be
awesome. See, I like your PAX idea, because PAX is huge, but I would actually go with the other end of the country and pick Dragon Con. Well, I would love to game at Dragon Con, because of course PAX and Dragon Con are two of our holy mecha trips that we will eventually want to one day make.
Yeah, and Dragon Con is a huge cosplay.
Yep.
They are a cosplay mecca as well.
Dragon Con's huge for cosplay, role-playing games, podcast groups. Every group that's there on one of the panels is actually invited because they got picked by guests that they wanted them to be there. The only way to get to Dragon Con and host something is to actually be invited because they told them that they like you. And that's a huge thing right there. Yep. Dragon Con, PAX, and a castle in Scotland.
Now, you picked an opportunity.
Okay.
And pick a location.
Pick a location? I would actually want to do a horror game in a haunted southern plantation in Louisiana.
Why a southern plantation?
Because
it's the cool architecture.
It would be cool architecture, creepy house out in the south.
Not like a Victorian manor.
No, plantation building. Because the classic plantations, when you turn the lights on, you look outside and it's just creepy outdoors. Creepy Louisiana swamp country.
Mosquitoes.
Exactly. You're hiding from the buzzing mosquitoes. It sets the atmosphere. You can do some blood-sucking vampires. Immediately, people accept what they're dealing with.
Yeah, no. I prefer Scotland, thank you. Or Wales. Wales has I think more castles per country than in Cornwall. Maybe. Well, anywhere in the British Isles.
So a plantation, a castle, PAX, or Dragon Con. That's where we would pick to play if we could for August the 29th. See, if it said outside Earth, I would have picked a space station or on the moon. Star Wars played on the moon. Come on, that'd be fun.
No, come on, Mars.
There you go.
Let's go Mars.
Star Wars played on a space station.
Exactly, that's just kind of funny.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you for listening. Hey gamers, Jim here from Creative Playing Podcast Network. If you're in the Tucson area this September and October, I've got a special message for you.
Hey, this is Karen from RinCon. We are having our convention from September 30th through October 2nd here in Tucson, Arizona. Come out and play every kind of game under the sun with us. We've got role-playing, board games, minifigs, CCGs, we've got Artemis, we have panels with special guests, and this year the theme is steampunk. So get out your, dust off your dirigibles, get out your chapeaus and put them on, come on down.
Thank you for listening to the Creative Play and Podcast Network. And feel free to enjoy our other shows, such as D&D Journey of the 5th Edition, and Scion Ragnarok and Roll, a Scion hero to Ragnarok story. Thank you for listening.